After Ukraine's victory in Russian-Ukrainian war, Ukrainians should really think about whether to join NATO at all. Not because NATO is somehow bad or whatever, it's just because Ukraine has already joined NAFO, North Atlantic Fellow Organization. NAFO, or North Atlantic Fellow Organization, is an international Twitter meme community. Every fellow is pro-Ukrainian, anti-Russian and has a Shiba Inu user pick to distinguish each other in battles.
3, 2, 1.
NAFO's priorities are to do memes, to support Ukraine, do memes, make fun of Russia, do memes, destroy Russian propaganda, do memes, and also do memes. So while NATO's doors are always open but Ukraine still can't enter, NAFO has no doors and all the cool guys come through a window. Hey man, but aren't NAFO just shitposters? Well, we must object. They are elite shitposters, trained, educated, polylinguistic, courteous, creative and brave, altruistic and proud, confident and hilarious, all while dangerously adorable. They are Navy SEALs of shitposting, just watch that. Only caring, empathetic and creative people with great sense of justice could do that. And if you are also empathetic, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. We are Ukrainians doing our best to spread the truth to the world.
Some folks are born made to wave the flag, ooh, they're red, white and blue.
However, NAFO armed not only with memes, they also have personal self-propelled artillery peon called Super Bonker 9000. This one emerged from collaboration between NAFO and SignMyRocket.com. When it comes to memes, it is hard to say who is NAFO founder. However, we can say for sure that Polish Twitter user Kama Camellia popularized fellas very much. In May 2022, he started to make pics with Shiba Inu, which Twitter users found adorable. Users asked Kama to make their user pic fella-like. So Kama suggested an exchange. Donate for Georgian battalion that fights on the Ukrainian side and Kama will make you a fella user pic. For future reference, I am never going to panhandle for money here, but if you are a fellow fella appreciator, then please consider donating to Mamuka and the boys from the Georgian Legion. At this point, fella quantity grows rapidly, to the point you can't imagine a tweet on Ukraine without NAFO members in thread. In Politico article, Kama said that 34 people are working to make fella user pics and they process 1000 requests per day. NAFO growth is proved by mass donations. Kama says they gathered $400,000 for Georgian battalion and Sign My Rocket project. So NAFO is indeed a very powerful organization. Just in case you missed, this summer Russian ambassador tweeted something in an old Russian genocidal style. Russia's ambassador Mikhail Ulyanov is calling for the elimination of the Ukrainian nation. No mercy to the Ukrainian population! NAFO fighters started a biblical cyberbullying campaign provoking Russian ambassador go into oblivion for 1 week.
Russian ambassador was chased away by a pack of cartoon dogs.
My Twitter account was silent since June 23. The reasons for silence were very simple: the beginning of long-awaited vacation and the need to settle associated urgent tasks. Interesting how Russian diplomats' long-awaited vacation started shortly after a canine strike caused his mental breakdown. But the time really feels slower when your ass is cyberbullied by the NAFO.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Apart from attacking Russian officials and Russian state disinformation, NAFO's frontline is also in calling Russians vatniks. Why vatniks? What is Vatnik? Because Vatnik is the epitome of Russian existence. Vatnik is an old-fashioned close-to-poverty clothing and is the only Russian invention that doesn't involve stealing, plagiarism or Western technologies. So Russians are Vatniks and never bonks them. And the NAFA movement is so strong that it has own anti-Vatnik billboards, not Photoshop. NAFA is like Batman, but real. Whenever Vatnik spread propaganda or international institutions call Ukraine to surrender, fellas are here to implement NAFA 5th article. NAFA is a power to be reckoned with. They've got coverage from tops like Vice, Washington Post, Deutsche Welle and others. Even European TV experts are explaining fellas using dead serious faces and advanced terminology.
The fellas, or NAFO or NAFO, is basically a decentralized voluntary collective of people who've decided to take the fight to the enemy in the rhetorical space, in the space of narratives.
Yeah, but experts tend to forget one very crucial aspect unifying NAFA. You know, fun! Fun doesn't mean ineffective or irrelevant, as proved by Ukrainian Minister of Defense Oleksiy Reznikov, who put Fela as an official user pick, albeit temporarily. Oleksiy is grateful to NAFA and even has a Fela t-shirt.
Oh my god, what have I done? Do it again. All I wanted was a little fun. Do it again. Got a brain like bubblegum. Do it again.
NAFA is fun, but no joke. There are lots of very serious people who are NAFA members. Ex-American Congressman and Lieutenant Colonel of US Air Force Adam Kinzinger, Major General of US Army Patrick Donahoe, John McCain's son Jack McCain, USA Congress Advisor Paul Massaro, Kyiv City Council Deputy and Soldier of Ukrainian Army Alina Mikhailova, Estonia ex-President Thomas Hendrik Ilves. NAFA aids Ukraine greatly. It dismantles very well-funded Russian propaganda as a mere dog toy. Fellas do that both to have fun and justice. Russian propagandists can't do a thing against growing NAFA members, because, as the organization says, NAFA expansion is non-negotiable.